It's Thursday. That means Modern Thursday live from Titan Games, the Casbah of Peoria Gaming, where card floppers and dice chuckers play in harmony. I am Evil Bob, your resident head of the box, and we've got a pretty good one for you tonight. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on hand, and we are starting off strong with the return of Jared Piper taking on the well, my personal stalker, Chris Mao. Jared Piper is playing Infect Blue, thus the CDC, or Center for Disease Control, and Chris Mao is still refusing to put white into his deck, so he's on Rock plus Red. Somehow he thinks that Jund colors are more effective than Abzan colors, but he has yet to discover the power of the rhinos, and, well, that's his fault.
That's my base state, the rhino.
That's what?
My base state being a rhino.
I hear that. I hear that. Joined in the booth, Mr. Ryan Cole, thank you for coming in. Love having you as always.
Yeah. And then that's like, because of the name, one of the common nicknames is Rhino for me.
Gotcha. I dig it.
That and rye bread, but who likes that?
A lot of people like rye bread. I love rye chips. Okay. Oh, that's a bit. There we go. Okay, let's see here. We are fully in London Mulligan now. Rock! I want to make a Kaikar wins a Fury Commander deck. Then make a Kaikar wins a Fury Commander deck. Nothing's stopping you. Except for maybe not having like any of the cards for a Kaikar wins a Fury deck. What does it even know? When you cast an uncreature spell, create a white spirit token with flying. Oh my goodness, that's a good. Sack spirit, add red.
Well, with blue and red there's a lot of
non-featured
things to go with.
Right. He's a bird wizard. So you can have a bird legend that's in Jeskai that's not... Well, I think that's the only Jeskai bird, so...
Probably.
Seems solid, seems good.
Yeah, because not too well known for red, for birds.
Right, red's not really a bird color, but rocks...
Yeah.
Or phoenixes are phoenixes, but rocks are birds. But
those are the only birds.
I think the only red rock is like the Rock of Curl Ridge.
What isn't the egg red also?
No, that's a rook.
Oh.
The rook egg. The rock egg is white. Yeah, the Rock of Curl Ridge is a red bird.
I just remember when I was doing the Can't Stop the Rock deck.
Right.
There was a lot of red birds in there.
White rocks usually are white anymore, especially since the rock egg. The crimson rock is a red one. Okay. Let's see here. Fabulous game going on in the background, I'm sure. So.
Looks like an instant or sorcery.
Rock Charger, Rock Egg, Rock Hatchling is red, but the Rock Egg.
That's probably where my egg.
Yeah, the egg idea, the Hatchling. Yeah, but the red egg is the Rook, which is a different version of the Rock Egg. But I think this was Planar Chaos or nope, M11, M12. Okay. Anyway. So we see.
Scale up, is that?
That is a scale up, and that is a Glistener Elf, I believe.
So it's actually one of those trained ones?
Yep, that's a Glistener Elf. Life does not matter, and it looks like Chris may already be at 6 poison, maybe? Oh. Why is YouTube such poor quality?
Yep. Which would give you 12.
Huh.
There goes the first elf.
For some reason, it had dropped it to 144. And there we go. Okay. Okay. I don't have a poison tracker. Well, I do, but I don't know what they're at. So we're going to assume that it died before doing any poison damage. Because that seems
yeah.
fun.
I also presume the 13 health is because of his own lands and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. He's taken 13 upon himself.
Can our sensors pinpoint the location of the opponents?
So, or taken 7 upon himself.
There's one.
Which one?
All right, and we have a noble hierarch.
Time storms are.
Okay,
That's all. Yeah, that's a given.
okay.
Okay.
Noble hierarch,
I think we want to.
a modern all-star. 2 printings, but
So
still
it's
an
a DC 10 plus 1.
exceptionally expensive card. Dumb.
He's got so much going for it.
No,
Gets swung in for 2. Jared to 18.
So
14.
All right, hierarch.
So you're still
Untaps. Jared has 3 available manas. Are that new or the fact? Spell check, damn you. Are that new or? Okay, so I get the spell check error. I'm still not understanding what you were asking, Rock. Repost, please.
Pilot, run your helm check.
Okay, so
10?
oh, what is that? That's oh, that's something new with Infect. That's a dumb thing.
5 plus 10 is 15.
You win. So that means I have to move first. Okay.
Infect.
I will move.
Oh, is that 3 infect? Okay, maybe these are just infect counters. Okay, okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. Let's see here. Chris is on blue. And that one. Okay. And we are going to strip the scale up from Jared's hands using an Inquisition of Kozilek. Probably a smart idea.
Because, you know,
No,
floods
are
it.
these... What? Why do you have 2 now? I don't know what's going on. Gummit, Jared.
What do his lands do?
His lands?
Yeah.
This one is a Pendlehaven, and this one is
You're trying to
it's a green-white one. I think it's a green-white fast land.
Okay, he's making sure because I know some lands do wonky things.
Right.
So it could have been a.
benefit to.
So blocks.
Okay, and with this...
Oh no, it's a scoos. That's a scavenging ooze, I believe.
Diplomacy. Are you encouraging your crew?
Yes,
Diplomacy.
forget it. Okay,
Weird on the
we'll work
artwork.
on
I know, but it's.
discouraging the opponents.
Okay.
Try and
I
block.
think I saw a goofy.
10 plus 5 is 15.
You will.
It almost looks like.
Because he
more
was
insecty to me.
asking.
Oh, okay, there.
Uh,
Closer at
It's
least.
close. Okay, but there's a Tarmogoyf, and that Tarmogoyf is going to come down as a.
So you're gonna say something like, "Hey, get your nasty butt out of my way. We're going to help."
5/6.
Yes.
4/5. Okay.
Now it's your
Die was upside down. Okay, so and it gets path, so doesn't matter what it was. It turned into a. I'm guessing a forest. Yeah, it turned into a forest. Nope, a swamp. I am good at what I do.
The others are all the same. Okay? One of you in the turret.
That
And one
artwork
of
still
you,
reminds me more of
at
Mirrodin,
the
but
port-
Right, and it might be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I just
6,
don't
7,
know.
8, 9,
I don't
10.
know. Let's see if I can find.
Wow, is that the forward
Um,
art, or is that the port art?
Where did you do the other one?
Looks port to me.
Modern.
There's another gun. You wanna-
Aggro. Wow, is Infect down that far? Harn scales if any rock goblins or hollow ones do bit. Junk Boris tokens. Oh my goodness, how far? Where is it? Because or they count as they count as a combo deck.
Well, if he's gonna.
Blah, it's an aggro deck.
do science
I'm gonna say the science officer.
Okay, so he is.
Right?
Okay, 9 infect. Okay, now we have a token. Now we have a count.
Gunner.
Right.
Our extra guy is what did the science officer.
Right.
did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
Okay.
9 infect, and that
Fire.
I believe is scavenging use. Yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be this guy right here.
It doesn't matter. It's simultaneous.
All right.
So what did you just roll?
So what you're gonna do is, yes, you're gonna roll a gunnery check. And tell me what kind of weapon.
Alright.
Okay.
Inquisition gonna try to strip the infect out of his hand, but
And remember,
Yes.
that tells you how many hexes
mm,
range that weapon has. So it'll have
let's
5,
see
10,
what
or 20.
infect plays right now.
So
It's a turret got him.
20.
Big tournament,
you're within
4th
5,
place.
So I think that's the other one.
Let's see.
Yep.
We've got.
Okay, so you're firing.
It's not Giver Room. It's not Blighted Agent. And Bolt. Oh, okay.
Light laser cannon.
Oh, it's an Iron Mirror or Iron Claw.
Ichor Claw.
Ichor Claw.
Yeah. However it's pronounced.
See, okay. I thought it was green. Okay, yeah, Ichor Claw or Ichor Claw. That. Okay.
It's coil gun, so it's a direct weapon that-
I was just thinking about this last night. This is the series of cards that actually made me upset with Munchkin. All right. There was a Munchkin expansion that they had a whole bunch of Ichors, except the cards they were the cards themselves were pairing with words that rhyming as if it were Ichor, like the sicker Ichor and the quicker Ichor and the. But the word is Ichor. It is a long I.
Just because the language it comes from.
It's just interesting how, a mispronunciation can be out there. It's like I don't know how many people aggravated me when this guy came out.
I'm probably one of the people to do the Ichor just because that's the way
Right.
I'm introduced to it.
When this thing came out, I believe Tempest,
Oh, wait, what kind of weapon?
Stronghold. The Stronghold version of this guy. Do you know what this guy is?
Well, my thought coming from the general English background I have, I would say victual.
Right. But it's not. That word is actually victual. That it is pronounced
French?
victuals.
it French?
Like the little food pieces. It's victuals. It's like I woke up the morning, fix myself some victuals.
Okay.
That is that word. That victual spelling is victuals. Means I believe it means like little bitty piece of food.
That's in port.
I was saying, it's just like because
Right.
the English language is made up from so many other languages.
Right. But yeah,
That's probably why I.
see, hear that?
Oh yeah.
It's victuals. Food or provisions, yeah. It was like just made victuals. Was popular around like the Civil War times. It was like a victual pack and military and scouting. They have like victual packs, which is like your mess kit and what have you not. But yeah, victuals is the pronunciation of that word, and
Okay.
so many people is like, I'll play my victual slivers, like.
But yeah, that's because the general
Right, and I get that. It's also
like how we're
And we are done.
taught the English language is would make it that.
it's
way,
also
rather-
not helpful that this cat food company
And,
um
and all this is after.
called Tender Vittles spells it
Yes.
Vittles. So it doesn't
the
help.
phonetic
But
way.
it spells it phonetically, but the actual spelling of the word vittle is Victual.
Okay. So now we start
So
with engineering.
you can tell people I learned something from playing Magic or watching Magic being played, and yeah. So put that in your vittle pack and chew on it. Jared won that game. I'm guessing that Chris did not pull out that victory after being at 9 poison and failing to strip or put up any kind of defense against the Ichor Claw or Ichor Claw mirror. So yeah, I'm solidly declaring that one for Jared. So not seeing much blue. Are we sure he didn't say infect without blue? Because I saw a lot of green and artifact, and
Yeah.
usually you don't play the Ichor Claw if you've got the Blighted Agent and stuff to fall back on. So maybe you said infect without blue.
It's win the combat.
I'm not going to change the name of the deck. It's still the CDC, but
It's not going great right now.
oh, but
Okay.
what I can do
All right. So,
is I can update my list. We've got Alex,
I got 10 plus 10 is 20.
Alex, ho,
you win.
playing not
So,
Aether Vials,
we're going to.
and then we got Chris Mao playing Rock plus Red. Jared
There's a turn for
Piper
free calls, you make 'em leave it.
Correct.
on the CDC. We got Drew Elwell.
Okay. My speed is still 10.
He's playing an Urza deck. Yeah, can't fault him. It's a good card. It's just not taking as strong a hold as a lot of people would have. Spell. Okay. Budget Infect. Okay. Are that new or the okay? Okay. Budget Infect. I don't think it's a budget Infect deck, considering he dropped a Noble Hierarch, but he may have already have had. Oh! You're saying make either a Kaikar Windsphere deck or a budget Infect deck.
We're going to
I'm picking up on it now. I'm sorry, Rock. I may not be the fastest pony in the race, but I'll eventually cross that finish line.
Captain and tell her she's
Don't sully yourself with Infect. You're better than that, Rock. You are better than that. So we got Ren and 6 on the board now.
Tells you your ugly back and thumbs their nose at you.
Ren and 6, beast. Ticker down, deal a damage to that Glistener Elf, and now we got a Spell Sky to protect whatever he's going to put out there. But that Spell Sky was a little too late coming. A couple new faces, Latron, Ingram.
No, he's going to shift to the forward guy.
Shift to the forward gun.
Whoops.
Do we have a forward?
Spanish for, or is it Italian, French, whatever, for the Tron?
All right. We have a forward, port, starboard, and a turret.
All
Love you,
languages.
Ryan. Love you, Ryan.
Get me because I've got
And Latron's friend, Ethan.
So, you guys are going to get 2 shots. I'm only going
Was Kelton
Do you have a turret?
Yes.
That's why he gets 1.
That's why.
is playing also Mono
There's no
Red.
aft weapon.
And Luke Morris
So you guys have gotten into about the safest place you can get.
playing probably the most intriguing deck to me tonight.
So that was
He calls it
I guess right. Okay?
a
Fire
Tramplers.
the forward gun.
15.
that's it.
Highly intrigued by that deck. But then again, I do like big dumb green things, so. Because I myself am a big dumb green thing. Okay, so we've got Jared
Okay, turret.
v.
Go for it.
Chris. Alright.
Something better than
So we've got everybody set up. All the things are in order. We are well into the game number 2, which very well may be the end of round 1. But by Ricky Rack, I'm set up. Okay.
Also, the mini
All right.
Progenitus is
Then they
in
roll
play.
45.
Oh, Hex Drinker. The brand new level up. Hex Drinker. Bam. A 2/1 for 1 mana. The level ups for 1 generic mana. Levels 3 to 7, you get a 4/4 protection from instant. And at level 8 plus, it is a 6/6 protection from everything, which you may remember that Jenny is absolutely a 10/10 protection from everything, but Hex Drinker,
13 against AC.
lovingly referred to as mini Progenitus, baby Progenitus. Okay, so fire it up, plus Ren and 6. So Hex Drinker took one for the team,
Against your
and we are also Horizon Canopying to draw a card.
Right directly behind, yeah.
I'm getting my 4 and a half all messed up. I'll get port and starboard screwed up here too before the end of the night.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, this
Definitely make it fun,
oh.
left and right.
Okay.
I do not know what that is. I think it's an enchantment. I think it's whenever your stuff becomes the target of a spell or ability, it gets like
Two last time.
3 plus 2 plus 2 or plus 3 plus 3.
This dude here, and he doesn't have an engineering score.
Oh,
Do you have sensors on this ship?
Yes.
let's see here.
If you could roll as the sensors.
Text.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of medium range sensors, so it's a +0. But yeah, medium range.
It is in green, and it is an enchantment. Okay, so we fire up a creature as a Raging Ravine, becomes a 4/4, so Jared's going to go down to 16, and Chris is still at 18. And he does not have any infect so far this game.
Power the shield.
I'm on the ball. Okay.
Alright. So,
5%, right?
Alright. Shaper Sanctuary. Yep, that's it. Whenever a creature you control becomes target of spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card.
Well, I'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, Shaper Sanctuary out of Ixalan. There it is. Seems good. Seems good. Nothing bad there.
all 4 quadrants. Is that right? Evenly distribute restored shield points to all 4 quadrants.
Right. So 1 quadrant.
So Chris using Ren and 6 to just kill. But every time he uses Ren and 6 to kill one of Jared's creatures, he does get to draw a card because of the Shaper Sanctuary.
Yeah, more than 10 in each
So,
area.
and a very good standoff right now, and it's 16 to 16.
So there's a minimum of 4, and you can maximize one side. So you got
Okay.
4, 4, 4, and 20.
But he does have to keep ticking Ren and 6 around, because +1 return to land, -1 ping something, and then 7 instant sorcery cards your graveyard have retrace. So
As long as you have a minimum
here they
of
come, attacking, killing Ren and 6 with a Vines of Vastwood. So
And Retrace is the one where you have to repay the thing to do it?
yeah, you can discard a land and cast a spell from your graveyard. So
Because there's Rebound and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
other things that...
It's like you get the emblem and then you just keep plussing them to keep returning that land back to your hand. So yeah, it's I mean, Ren and 6 is a thing. It's a very, very good planeswalker for only 2 mana. And yeah, there are people who's like, oh, it's a she, it's a he. It's apparently it's an amount, not amorphous, but it's like an asexual being
Yeah.
skill bonus.
10.
or an androgynous
That's
being.
letter, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it looks more like a guy, but that's my...
Yeah, I think it gets the guy vibes because it's shirtless, and you only really see that with dudes. But it very much has.
But even just like the nose and whatnot, just it seems more
It,
to me at least.
right. I'm gonna save this one.
But yeah.
Okay.
After this match, I'll bring up a big version. I can really take a look at it because it really looks like the Targaryens.
Oh yeah.
That's just the biggest feeling I get from it. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever like really looked at the art, but
Oh yeah. I can see where the female comes from there, but
yeah, it really looks like the brother Targaryen. What was it, Rhaegar? Rhaegar, yeah.
then in the later season, they also had the flashback of the older brother
Right.
that looked almost identical to him.
Or
At least to me.
Right.
How you like that, Hobgoblin?
All right, Chris.
you roll.
Oh, Jared has the spell Skype
5
back.
is 11.
Jared,
Okay.
Chris is at 14 live. Bing, bing.
Alright, and
No infect. Liliana, that's going to deal with some infectors.
Gunnery, yep.
Fire the forward gun.
Pluser, everyone discards. So, ooh, Leyline of Sanctity. Not in the opening hand. You ain't ever casting it, so got a free make Chris discard effect there.
Oh yeah, it's so expensive type of thing.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
has
well, and he doesn't have white mana, it looks like. It looks
Noble.
like... Huh?
He's got the noble out.
Oh, he has the noble, but he needs 2 nobles because it takes 2 white manas.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
So
say.
it's not impossible, it's just highly improbable. He does also have the fast lands, but even at that, you're not casting a ley line.
It'd be a suboptimal choice.
Yeah.
Not impossible to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best, and I believe
Eat the berry.
a hit.
Yep.
Alright.
You guys have the best D4s from my back.
Oh my.
Another 2.
Jeez, you're running a marathon or something?
I must be. Let's see if I can
Down to
drop
7.
this guy in here.
You don't get to
Okay.
I'm not cheating for you.
Sweet. Free placement. Oh, sure, I'll run over there. Oh, I'm running again.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Where am I going? Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeez, you're doing more bouncing around than a blue deck.
I know, right? Oh my god. Oh, alright. That's something that happened.
Another Glistener Elf out, looks like.
That is indeed another Glistener Elf. And we're looking at Liliana.
Another 4 points spread out.
Yep.
Shield up and running.
This is the of the void.
12.
The bane of my existence. I hate her a lot. Mostly because I don't have her. And a lot of my decks die to her.
Off the Veil. She's off the Veil. Did she marry Sweet Robin?
Initiative? 16.
Bring it back to the Game of Thrones.
There's a new Infect deck back running around online with no blue. Okay, so it's probably the blueless Infect, which is probably what's going on here. Which I wouldn't put it past Jared,
If
Yeah.
everyone censors, that would be over on him.
because, you know, he went to Jared. He is at 11
Okay.
after a beats from the Raging Ravine one more time.
Versus 13.
Let's at least roll.
Because of a noble, I think.
19, well, I think we
You
have...
wasted a 19 on
Huh?
essential.
Oh,
gold?
okay.
13 because I'm
13
assuming
because
the-
he got attacked,
Actually,
okay.
21.
And ticking down Lily to kill a creature. Obviously, it's not going to be the Glistener Elf, but
It's close.
Okay.
bonus, Glistener Elf can't.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to run away. And
It's later one.
we have to
Gotta stay on
actually
it.
win.
Yeah. Confused.
I'm going to check that. Can an
What happens is
infect
when you- every 20% total hit
creature
points,
kill
of all hit points, there's
planeswalkers?
an extra critical damage roll.
Infecting
directly against
planeswalkers.
Specific systems.
Can a creature with infect attacking a planeswalker deal damage, kill, not to the damage being done to the poison counters?
Good job,
Creatures with
guy.
infect deal damage to a players in the form of poison counters and creatures in the form of... Ah, so planeswalkers are neither.
If it is,
So if you're doing damage to a player, it deals it as poison. If you're doing damage to a creature, it's as if it had wither.
we have
And if you deal damage to a planeswalker, it's just straight up damage. Okay.
Unless it's Gideon.
so
If Gideon's a creature.
Yeah.
Because it's a creature. So the rule of if it's a creature, it deals this would supersede the...
And like 90% of the time, Gideon
Right.
is likely to be a.
It depends on the Gideon too, so... I mean, if you have an infector, you're probably not leaving them back home to block, so 90% of the time, it's not gonna be a creature when the infect gets in.
Oh,
And it looks like Chris is finally taking some poison damage. I mean, not that I was excited for it or anything, but he does have 3 now. And we've got the Raging Ravine coming in. Spellskite's finally gonna block,
Let's go.
and we're gonna block.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be big enough to kill it. And then bolt, death! Chris takes game number 2. And we got ourselves a rubber match.
Uh-huh.
Come back and we should taunt you a second time.
go ahead and fire.
Now it has no idea where I am.
Go ahead.
Oh, apparently I'm in the river. Okay, oh, and I'm in a field. This is usually what happens.
Well,
12 is RAC.
So, I would like to remind everybody that we have a normal Thursday going on. Thursday Modern is filmed in front of a live Starfinder audience. Hello, Starfinders!
Hello!
They are traversing the stars, finding them. I'm gathering.
Well, we're finding something.
engineering.
Engineering.
All right, here's his.
Let's see.
That is a no.
Unless they're walking the fame.
As long as it didn't roll a 3.
Unless they're walking where?
The fame, like the stars on the.
Yeesh. I rolled the 3.
Wow. Where did
That's
I?
a 13.
Is that the gruel?
There they are.
You go first.
Yeah, I was running-
Starfinders!
I was running-
Little known fact, you can move through. The space is big. The only thing is you can't stop in the same hex.
Oh, I kept forgetting to get my
So if you
my
wanna move
fishbowl
straight out
space
first,
helmets for them,
All right.
and I'm in the river again. Okay. All right, some heavy sideboarding on both sides. Chris does not start with 3 poison, and you'll also notice that I am changing people's starting life totals back to 20 as it's supposed to be. So. Whee! I mean, it is polite, so I got egg. I go incubate. I'm go egg.
Yeah.
So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, excuse me.
You're successful.
I don't wish to have
Okay.
No, I'm just.
Yes.
So you just want to do the backup.
Yes.
Okay. And.
Go. Oh. Oh, the hiccups. Oh, the hiccups. Oh, background tonight is the Senate Guild Mage, in keeping with the July theme, as loose as it is.
Now, am I assuming that when I pull the stud, that's all I get to do?
All right, getting some shuffling in. What do you think Chris is going to be able to power through it again and pull out victory in Game 3, or is Jared just going to lock him out and infect him to death,
Man could do this.
like he did in Game 1?
Unfortunately, there's no critical success here.
Kind of sliding towards Chris slightly at this moment. But
Okay.
It probably does depend on the probably first like 3 draws.
Seems good. Seems good.
Not that I want the CDC to lose, but
Right. I mean, I kind of got a softer spot in my heart for Chris, but that's only because, I'm starting to develop, what is it, Stockholm Syndrome?
oh, okay.
Wait, what? There's a different, Stockholm Syndrome is where you start, feeling for your captors.
Yeah.
What's the one that you start feeling for your stalker? Somebody that isn't there one for that? It's like
Now, can we fire through the...
Not sure.
let's see.
Direct
Syndrome
weapons, yes.
where you
Tracking weapons.
in
Right.
love. No, it's not kidnapper. With your, let's just go stalker.
So you're within medium range. It's a -2.
Which very well could.
It's still Stockholm. Okay.
Short range weapons.
Let's say if it had a different term, it'd be very well could become.
Right. I mean, it may still be Stockholm. So stalking, Department of Justice.
Well, of course...
Oh, does Stockholm have an equivalent for victims of stalking? Psychological phenomenon which hostages express sympathy and positive feelings towards their captors, sometimes targeted defending. Identifying with the captors is the equivalent psychological phenomenon which victim stalking. Okay, so that's the question. The answer is yes and no. I was stalked for 10 years, but it was a steady escalating process. The workplace, bullying to gaslighting, sabotage my vehicle. Oh my god. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, but different. Yet addicted me to the endorphins which body, so it's possible, perhaps not truest sense stalky truly.
3 points of damage.
And looks like turn 1 noble hierarch.
Turn 1 noble hierarch does seem good, but he had to pay a life to do it, so I think that is a horizon canopy, more than likely.
Followed by turn 1.
You give us the engineering check. Mine's not
And the horizon canopy, of course, is a land that just got expanded into the enemy colors in Modern Horizons, but this is the OG one from Future Sight that you can add mana, but you have to pay a life to do it, and you get to sacrifice it to draw a card. It's highly used in Infect and
11 plus
Boggles.
5 is 16.
But we got an Inquisition of Kozilek to strip the Spellskite out of Jared's hands, so...
Initiative.
And what makes the Spellskite so good
You win.
is that for 2 mana generic, you can pay Phyrexian Blue, which is either a blue or 2 life, to change the target of spell or ability to Spellskite. So it absolutely protects
Good at
that
one thing.
get at you, target it. But it has to be a target ability, it has to be a single target, or it has to be a target that isn't already targeting Spellskite. Because if you if they cast something that is like tap X target creatures and they target Spellskite with one of it, they can't redirect the other targets to Spellskite because Spellskite is already a target of that spell. I've had that come up with me a couple times, so
That's correct.
But if it was a situation with the Intro Nephilim,
Yes.
there'd be several different single targets.
that is true. That is true. But in that case, Spellskite would then still become a target, so you wouldn't be able to redirect any targets to Spellskite because he's already a target.
Oh, but the thing is, if you target from a separate entity of the spell,
Right. So yeah, if you target the Ink Trader,
Yeah.
Ink Trader Nephilim, and then the Ink Trader would target all the other ones.
with separate copies.
No, I don't think it's going to be possible.
Ink hyphen, I think.
6, 7.
Whatever. Is it Ink?
Yeah, INK hyphen Treader.
Oh, Treader.
Enough?
Okay.
I was doing Trader. Okay. We got that Iker Claw mirror back out,
All right.
and we are thought seizing to get
Get to work on them.
Starboard.
nothing?
15. That's a hit.
Did he just thought seize to thought see? Oh no, he's thinking. Okay.
3.
We're gonna take the scale up. Seems good.
See how this turret ends.
Chris is at 15 after paying 5 life altogether. Ink Treader. Whenever a player plays an instant or sorcery, Ink Treader is the only target of that spell. Copy the spell for each.
That wasn't this.
So each creature that can be targeted will have its own copy targeted.
See, this is a cast trigger. So Spellskite isn't gonna matter because it's already made the copies.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a cast trigger, and Spellskite is while it's on the stack.
Oh, okay.
You can change the target, but that's a cast trigger that targeted it.
Yeah. I was saying it's like all those
Red
extra
and
copies.
six.
Was that's getting at? I thought we could redirect the target. That's what I was
Right.
getting at.
I gotcha, but it all depends on how the Ink Trader reads, and it is a cast trigger. So many headaches with cast triggers and ETB triggers and target triggers and everything kind of other triggers. But we are at 2 poison for Mr. Mao. He is also at 13 life now. Red and 6. Oh, we have an Ink Moth Nexus already also out there.
That's a 5 and 5 is
Oh,
10.
not the well. The Ink Moth Nexus is is a land that becomes a 1/1 artifact flyer with Infect. I wonder if he's playing Awaken the V2 Ghazi. That is a nasty combo. Somebody's beating on my gym. Somebody's being mean. I know it's not you. Chris thinking long, hard, thick and veiny about what to do now.
As clever as I can be when I'm the one that has to move first.
And just going to let Renin 6 die, unfortunately.
Once again,
So, alright. Going to Lightning Bolt the Ink Moth Nexus while you were tapped out. So, goodbye.
Forward.
And Jared is going to go to 18 because he had to pay mana to do something.
4, 5.
Oh, he's casting a spell now. No. And Tarmogoyf and a Hex Drinker. Chris is hellbent. No cards in hand. Everything's on the field.
Great. I just
Goyf is...
There are advantages to being.
Goyf is a 4/5, it looks like. 5/6, it looks like. Oh, my goodness.
Right there on it.
okay. Build an encouragement, so go ahead and shoot.
11.
So,
That's a miss.
instant sorcery creature, planeswalker, land, artifact,
Encouraging.
6/7. The only thing that's not in the graveyard is an enchantment and a tribal.
Double damage with the coil bit.
Instant sorcery, artifact creature, planeswalker, land. Yeah. No tribal, no enchantment. He's a 6/7. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh, and the legendary is a super type.
Yeah, it's a super type.
Use both hands.
Well, so is tribal, but it's not a card type.
Very hard to pick up. I
No.
like the roll though. I like the 4.
Well, it is.
3.
How does it raid?
2, 1, 1.
Tarfire.
Then you should stick to your dice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Tribal is a super type as well, but legendary isn't a card type. Tribal is.
1, 4, 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, so we've got Hex Drinker still alive. We pathed the Goyf, which became a mountain. And the Glistener Elf goes attacking. He is a 2/1. He does have a mana up. Threatening. I don't know what that card is, but I know it's in his hand. And it may be a buff.
Yeah, but I presume you get
And No Blocks takes 2 Infect. Bing, bing. Alright. How many lands he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hex Drinker is gonna become a 4/4 protection from instants.
Okay.
ready to accept
No,
that?
he's not. He's cracking, getting more.
Smoke and
Oh, at the end of turn, okay. Goes down
Oh, all
to
right.
12.
in addition to maybe
Jared at
some
17 off the cast of another Glistener Elf.
turret or weapon.
Seems good, seems good.
Yeah.
Not done.
Would the iCore be Apple's version of the Nerd Squad?
Oh, my turn. And that's a miss.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It's not even a stretch. It's just
A little
good.
bit.
And
Liliana, make you discard. Ooh, a third Glistener Elf.
flame and smoke.
Hot diggity.
And a couple of the turrets.
And-
Some type of concert or something.
Like they were before they still fight.
And the Hex Drinker leveled up 2 times, so unfortunately he is still just a 2/1. He's not a 4/4 yet. Chris remains at 4 poison, 12 life, versus 17 life for Jared.
Oh, okay. My eyes were deceiving me. I was wondering where the green was coming from, so we're up to have played the Hex Drinker. I was
Oh.
thinking it was like looking all.
Oh, yeah. Well, green there, green there.
Yeah. My eyes were seeing that as
That's
white
okay.
from
That's
initially.
okay. That's okay.
Some people
Scaling up
deal with these bannings. You see, I'm
goes Rar.
And every
As
once
elves
in a
do.
while, you hear some Bible thumper
They do. He is
say
big.
natural disaster
Gonna have to block that one. Yeah.
on sinners.
And
Well, either way he won. You got
yeah,
the Hex
I mean,
Drinker
you
for
got rid of the
49.
Hex Drinker, but even if the Hex Drinker was a 4/4, it was gonna die to a scale up.
Like a few years ago.
Because scale up is nasty.
Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and the nunnery next door.
Scale up for 1 mana, some creature you control becomes a base power 6/4. And for 6 mana, they all get that. But yeah, for 1 mana, that's really good.
We already did. We rolled a 3.
Okay, so yeah, encouragement.
Okay, go to combat.
Left alone. Is that so much to ask?
2 poison coming at Chris.
Why won't you leave us alone?
Oh, both are going at Lily, so Chris is going to lose Lily
Minus 13.
and not take any more poison.
Okay.
And we're going to take a damage
So initiative.
to cast something. Oh, is that an Ichor Claw? I think that might be an
11 and
Ichor
10 is
Claw.
21.
You win. So.
Whee!
Oh, man.
Alright,
All
so
right, once again, I want to expose
So,
our right
4
shield
coming
in
in.
case they get a hit.
goes to 8 poison. 7 point. No. Oh, I thought Ichor Claw was a 2/1.
4, 5,
Oh, he's a 1/1. Never mind.
8, 9.
That becomes a 3/3 if it's blocked.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Oh, he gets +2/+2.
Right.
Encouragement's done. Guns.
So Chris has to draw something
Roll
here,
those double threes.
or his round is gonna be
He
over.
did it.
He said roll those freeze. I got 3.
And what's he got? Inquisition.
Go.
Can't take the land. Got Liliana.
And that is
Looks like 12.
12. Yeah.
Is it 7? Yeah, 7 poison. So minus killed 1. Gotta draw something to boost them. 2
And he even found another
at the
penny.
face. 9 poison, dangerous. Untaps. No, he doesn't have it. Raging Ravine, no good. Get the GGs. Chris goes down. Jared Piper claims victory in 3 games. So good. That's a good match. That was a really good match.
Strong.
Oh, let's see here. Now we got to input the data, the B4, the lore, if you
Thank
will.
you for the warning.
Jared Piper picks up win number 3 on the year versus no losses and 1 draw. He must have played Bryce Spelius at some point. And Chris picks up loss number 3 versus 4 wins. So he's still above water, still above board, not doing good, but I mean not doing as good as he was, but he's still doing. He's good. He's good.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Nothing wrong. Nothing bad. Nothing doing there.
Okay, that's the card I was trying to remember.
What's that?
The scale up, I was remembering this card also.
Oh, what's that?
Cyclical Evolution.
Oh,
better. Each one has a different role, different things. They
Not quite the same, but it's one of those.
right.
In my mind, I was starting to convert it over to that one for some reason.
I played a bunch of the X-Men.
Cyclical Evolution. Target creature gets +3/+3 to on turn. Remove second layer from the game with 3 time count. Oh, so it's a resuspend itself. Okay.
Pathfinder based space.
Okay.
Okay.
And suspend a baseline already.
Yeah, suspend baseline for 3 turns. There was an entire cycle of these.
There's like a burn spell for
Yeah, a bounce for Blue Eye Bolt. Yeah,
It was
it was the Rift, something Rift,
Those
or
stunts I pulled
I don't know.
were
Some
not worse.
I believe it was a bounce spell that exiled itself after it cast, and I don't remember. Anyway, I'm gonna step out for half a tick. I'm gonna try to find out if Mr. Morris would like to be on camera, because I'm intrigued by that. And while I'm gone, I'm gonna leave you with the sultry sounds of the Pathfinder or the Starfinder Society. The Starfinders. I know, Starfinders.
Okay, I'm going to keep this out for just a moment and give you a little bit more background. So, you've been victorious over the Gitaron ship.
Are we able to repair our 4 internals?
There are some rules for that. You're going to need. Remember, you need to get to and help evacuate as quick as you can.
Right.
You probably believe, Odrakor, that at some point somebody's coming back. You don't know when. You want to do a sense motive?
That's a good idea. Do I know anything about sensing motives? Sense motive -1.
I don't think that's you.
You do have a +8 perception.
Now, sense motive is an actual skill.
Yep.
Nobody's got it?
Nope.
I think sense motive can be done on a
Yeah,
dot.
everybody roll.
I got a 19 -1 is 18.
I got a 0.
Welcome to my world.
Believe it or not, the 19 works. So, you believe, Odrakor, that there's a fleet coming. You don't believe that it's that soon. That's what you get out of time. Yep. Sometime. I mean, remember, Arvin said there's not a lot of time. So Arvin probably knew eventually there's a fleet coming too. Alright. So,
He wisely figured if he told us, we might decline the mission. Well, go on.
you're going to contact the colony.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, dude.
And there's a lot of static on the signal, but they give you some landing instructions. Who can do a perception check? Trained only.
This dude here.
Perception.
Perception +8.
21.
Yeah. So in the background of the static, you also hear what sounds like a chuckling noise, or kind of a little laughter, kind of like a just underneath all the static, and in addition to the static. Okay.
I hate these guys.
Don't feed them.
Yeah. Okay. So as you get closer, you start to see the planet on your view screen. The world has no seas. It's all land. There's very little cloud cover. There are some large trenches that are visible while you're landing.
Do they have rivers or lakes or anything?
Nope.
Oh dear.
The trenches are obviously not man-made, humanoid made. They're strip mining trenches. Who can do a life science? You need a life science and a physical science, one of each.
One of each. You can do life science.
I have nothing.
+5.
So, 2 got 11.
On the
Life science?
Yeah.
life science,
And
okay.
I'm gonna do one for mine.
I got live.
I also got 11.
Okay, how about the physical science?
Neither one of
Neither
them
one
have
of us have it.
Anybody else have physical
Not a
science?
chance. Not unless it's someplace other
Okay.
than skills. And I can't believe it would be.
We know nothing.
Okay,
Thank you, Sergeant Schultz.
so
We know nothing.
very
As
as you're getting down at the end of one of the trenches, you spot the colony. You have communication, but once again, there's a lot of static. But it's a little bit better because you're closer. You're able to land without any incident. This time, though, the cackling, the laughter is a little more pronounced. You hear it just a little bit more. Okay? You are greeted by Corporal Kalyavata.
Fellow we're intended to meet, yes.
Yep. A lawful neutral female half-elf soldier. See, there are half-elves. She's relatively young. Greets you with a firm handshake. And very relieved to see you guys. She takes you to a cantina and introduces you to her chief engineer, Kirchitu.
Bless you.
A neutral male human.
Okay, we're back. We are getting Luke Morris. He is not playing Rock Plus Red. He's playing, he calls 8-8 Tramplers. But because he says it's like a mirror match of Mr. Ho, starting to scream that it's an elemental deck, but I don't know if I like that. But we're going to find out.
I'm waiting for Ho to actually get around to doing a clue deck. So it could be a Hood on it. Or have the proper way to put fun there.
Wow.
Okay. I happen to know a thing or two about that.
Alright. So, 7 deep roll-offs. Beat by 1. Okay. Beat by 1, beats by Dre. Okay, here we go. Infect. Down to 0. So, we're going to see another Infect runoff, so... Yay? And we did get clarification. It is not blue Infect. It is blue-less Infect. It is the green-white build that we did not see the Giver of Runes.
It just says apply blue with the noble.
Okay, that is that the Bloodghast or the Gravecrawler or the what have you nots? Okay, so it's not that. It's oh boy. Oh boy. Not Phoenix. No. Faithless Looting. What is the?
Oh yeah, any idea who was laughing as we were communicating?
Is this one categorized as combo also? No?
All of you heard it.
Howard?
Oh yeah, they hear it.
They hear it too.
Yep, they hear it.
So
They're
Luke
aware of it, but they're not aware of the cause.
and play and trigger.
Part of the circle.
We've got the Bloodghast, Landfall.
The smell of ozone
Okay.
is all around the corridors. Didn't need to make
So.
the ozone wasn't that bad. But there
Is that the?
source of where the ozone
Is that the carrion feeder?
Okay.
pervades everything? Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can open up the panels and see if there's something in them. But at any rate,
Yeah. He can't block, sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So he's okay. So he's looping the Bloodghast with the carrion feeder. And on landfall from... Okay, there's a Gravecrawler.
Oh, this is huge.
Attack for 2, no blocks, Jared to 18. And it looks like Luke is already down to 16. Nope, 18. 18. Okay. I don't know why he called it 88 Tramplers. I mean...
I'll explain what these are. I guess get a chance to
So, right now we're going to call it Dead Things.
No problem.
And we got the Iker Claw Mirror back on the field. Faithless Looting one more time.
Well, what's the carrion feeder from initially?
Stubbs! Oh, the Carrion Feeder? He was originally out of Scourge.
Okay.
A for arm, got it.
A for arm.
He's so cute.
T for terminal.
Sorry I didn't see your sorry I didn't see you come in, Stubbs. But that's okay, I still love you.
What is it?
Apparently, it's a Jared Piper expose tonight. We want to see a lot of infect happening. And we turn them all sideways. Yeah, these guys can't block, so they have to turn sideways.
Something where I can have an assistant.
I'm so happy. I can't wait. I can't wait. I really want to see this deck.
Yes.
Because I know you built it all by yourself because you would not accept collusion.
It's not really useful. That's what the encouragement is for in Starship.
Did they all block? Oh, he no blocks. He's doing things, yeah.
So he probably might have sacrificed the 2 that were blocked or something.
Right. 15.
So the A's are robotic arms. The T's
Fetch,
are
fetch, shock. Nom, 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 nom.
Is she a terminal you prefer?
I can't wait. You gotta let me know when it is done and when you're ready to play it because, oh my goodness, we gotta have that showcase. And we gonna play it until it works.
Okay.
Because that's how it goes. Well, I had to today. Sadly, I don't have your number, so Danzy helped. Lol. So I added Rolling Stones in the Salt Formation. That's... Okay, I can see that.
Rolling Stones is familiar enough.
I do like Rolling Stones.
I think that was also another one of the ones in the Can't Stop the Rock deck,
Seems good. Seems right.
if I'm remembering right.
Well, we're gonna head to the first
So
one.
turn them all sideways. Seems good. Whee!
Although if the locals can't use their own computer, I'm not sure what we're gonna do.
Luke passed his turn, and we're looking at... Wow, something green.
Okay.
Yep. I wonder, is Amazon will have the... Oh, obviously. I mean, Amazon's great for stuff like that.
All right. And are these doors?
Yes.
Are they closed?
Okay.
And what do you do?
Head for the terminal.
Well, you also have a
Sweep?
little bit of experience putting fake hair on people, so
A little bit. A little bit.
So, what are we at?
I mean,
Standard movement, right?
I have a really good wig. I mean, it looks really nice. I got it in an auction one time and I wore it way back when. I need to bust that out and do it again because it absolutely looks terrible. But it also absolutely looks like something somebody would wear if they didn't want people to think that they were bald. So, I mean, is good. Is good. Okay, so we've got a 5/5 carrion feeder, Gravecrawler, and a Bloodghast that's just constantly sitting out there because dead things should stay dead, but they're not.
That was a computer's check, right?
It was.
And it looks like we are...
Is that the
He turned sideways. Did he get in on Infect? Am I missing
okay?
Infecty poo damage? Seems like he might be at 2.
But you definitely
what's
can
that
tell
board
there's
game where
something
like everybody's
actively trying
facing
to
the game type of thing with the whole
interfere with
CDC
the
kind of thing?
operation of-
Oh, like Pandemic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is kind of like a version.
Oh, the CDC is trying to shut down the zombie apocalypse before it can
Virus,
kill
yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
What you're gonna have
We've
to
got
do
the
is
arrogant neonate, and we've got...
to another terminal and do that again.
That's another zombie. I don't remember what zombie that does, but he is a zombie that comes back.
Looks like some type of night kind of look.
And it's not a knight.
I know, but
I'm pretty
it has
sure.
that look.
Yeah, I know. He's an older card. I just need to figure out what he's from. I will find him. And Luke just absolutely dominating to take game number 1. I think Jared's gonna have some answers in the post board. I did not take away. See, look at that. I thought it was all set up with setting life totals back to 20 and no poison damage, and I didn't take away the victory. So, and it's just nothing's going right. Doug was out of stickers. Anyway,
But they're fixed in place. I'm sitting out here.
back up to 20. No poison damage. 1 victory earned.
Out and scratch your back.
They can also reach back and break our
And the game is jumping me around again. The sad part about that is I'm not getting that much
Distance.
travel distance when it does that because it's so rapid. So, but that's okay. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean,
Or as
Still getting some distance.
So when the next deck comes out, that being a fantasy and whatnot, would all Jared's decks have to be considered pied from there on?
They're all the same thing.
Because it's the Pied Piper.
If he doesn't make a pied deck, I'm going to be very upset.
Okay.
I'm sure he's going to have one, a pie deck.
Because I'm saying right now the card we know that has it in the image is that one
Right.
gingerbread man.
Right. Or no, and the bake
Oh yeah.
and the
But
pie bake
there
and,
isn't
and the
one-
and the gingerbread house has a lattice pie top
okay.
and there's a lot of pie in this
Oh, yeah.
set, so
But-
it could work.
Yes, it's not quite the actual story of the Pied Piper.
And we also have what is it?
Culture.
Well, I know there's some old cards with Piper or whatever.
Oh,
but I
Thopter
think-
Pie Network.
Maybe another engineering check.
I know.
Of course, we have the Thopter Pie Network, which was the Holiday 2016
These are computer.
edition card. I love these cards. I want to pick up a couple of them just because they're awesome. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you're eating, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Use food to represent the tokens. Whenever a creature token you control dies, if it represented by food, you have to eat it. I mean, that's fun. I love all of these, and I think one of the first ones was still Gifts Given. No,
Okay. So you guys
Gifts Given. Not ungiven, given.
with number 1 appears to be maybe a little bigger. Maybe has
It's still only giving me this one. I know you're in there. I know you're in there.
I was gonna say, isn't there like an Elvish Piper? They could,
Yeah, there's an Elvish Piper.
But I'm not sure if it's
We got the Elvish Piper, we got the Piper's
Okay.
Melody, we got the Satyr Piper, and the Talroom Piper.
Oh, forgot about that one.
Yeah, he's playing the didgeridoo. That's so thematical.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The good old
Begging was
didgeridoo.
5 to initiative. I got 20.
Or are they just finishing up, cleaning up, whatever?
Oh no,
yeah.
they're on game number 2.
For some reason, I thought they just finished game 2 for like. there's-
No,
I'm distracted.
they're not that fast, but I mean they could. I doubt it, but and Luke didn't like his hand throwing it back. Got a mulligan.
Better not be a natural.
Oh, it was not the right natural. It was 2 plus 1.
Oh,
But let's see here. Can do the advanced search.
print it because it's on the books. They put it on the back.
We can find. Let's see here. Set. Enter set name. Okay. Right. Happy holidays. All right. 2018 was the Bog Humbugs. Whenever he deals combat damage, hum that many notes to a festive song. If you can, put a +1/+1 counter on it on Bog Humbugs.
One of the better flavor texts.
Yeah, the flavor text is, if you don't read music, that is Jingle Bells. Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Okay.
Then we have the Evil Presence. from 2008. Put a creature card from your hand on display under your target opponent's control. That creature attacks each turn if able, and always attacks its controller. 'Tis better to give than receive. We've got the Fruitcake Elemental from 2006. It is indestructible because it is fruitcake. At the end of your turn, deals 7 damage to you because, again, it's fruitcake. And 3 target player gains control of the fruitcake elemental. So, and here's the gifts given. I have no idea why it didn't want to pull it up. This is from 2007. Search target opponent's library for 4 cards with different names, reveal them, and then the chosen cards. It's a gift ungiven for them to choose. Then we got the Goblin Sleigh Ride. Hot dog. Target creature you control climbs into Goblin Sleigh Ride. You slide them on their merry way. If the creature stayed on, it deals damage to its toughness. Each other creature touched during the sleigh ride.
Okay.
We got the Mishra's Toy Workshop.
I think I like that art the most of the ones we.
This is really good art. This is from 2014. 3 mana kill. Spend this mana only spells and abilities that put tokens onto the battlefield. Use toys to represent the tokens. That's pretty good. We've got the Naughty and Nice
No, I'm not going to go with a frag grenade.
from 2012.
The take on the demonic tutor or the one of the tutors, right?
Yeah. We got the Season's Beatings
Did it all for
from
nothing.
2009.
Do a natural one
The
mission.
Snow Mercy from 2010.
Oh, snow enchantment.
Yeah, Snow Enchantment. Whenever a creature does combat damage to you, put a globe counter on it, and then tap, untap, tap, and untap, tap all creatures with globe counters on them, because you're shaking up the snow globe.
And we'll see. Noble.
We've got the Carrion Crawler coming in, and we are just going to burninate down the Iker Clawmare.
Some weapons also have an additional.
Some assembly required from 2017.
Might be like in
Sacrifice creature, distribute the sacrifice creature's keyword abilities among any target creatures.
sometimes.
That seems more like an unset thing than the holiday one, though.
Right, well, most of them are. We got Stalking Tiger. That seems good. Enters battlefield with a sealed magic booster under it. Popped, and then the Yule Ooze from 2011.
Hey, I failed miserably.
So yeah, they're really good. And the Noble Hierarch comes in. It does have some. We have a Rancor on the Noble Hierarch. Seems good. Already down to 17 and versus 19. Faithless Looting. Draw 2. Discard 2.
Corporal, I think I found your problem.
Put a Rancor on the Noble Hierarch. Noble Hierarch is a 0/1 that taps for 3 different colors of mana. One of 3 different colors of mana, Bant colors. But it also has Exalted. And then Rancor, of course, is an enchantment that gives a creature +2/+0 and trample. So when it attacks, if it attacks alone, it becomes a 3/1 trampler. And we are shock fetching by so we ate the Bloodghast.
19.
We ate the Bloodghast to put a counter on the Carrion Crawler. We landfall to put the Bloodghast back into play, and then we crack.
Energy is against things like lasers and other electronic type attacks.
Still.
Yep. Kinetic.
Oh, it's a satyr. It's the satyr.
Yep.
Right after we looked up the Pipers.
Right. It's not the Boon Satyr. It's the satyr. Yeah, it's this guy. Is it? No. No.
Art of it.
Satyr Piper. There, Satyr Wayfinder. That's the one. Yeah, that's
I
him.
understand it.
When you use the battlefield, reveal top 4 cards of your library, and we put a land from among them onto your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. Sounds like a really good idea with this deck.
Who's next?
Yep. Okay.
You know, you get the land to get your landfall back, to bring your Bloodghast back, and you drop more cards into your graveyard, some possibly more Bloodghast, possibly more scavenging ghoul, not scavenging ghouls, but
Then shoot at the tough one.
the guy, the zombie you can cast, Gravecrawler.
Oh, yeah.
Because these are Bloodghast. Gravecrawler you can cast if it's in your graveyard, if you control another zombie, which happenstantially the Carrion Crawler is indeed a zombie.
So with the Grave Shifter.
And the Grave Sifter, but the Grave Digger and the Grave Sifter, the Grave Sifter is the Grave Digger that is Changeling. I love the Changelings out of Modern Horizons. I really want to do something with them, but I'm not sure what yet.
Right now I'm just using the one, the bows or whatever.
Oh yeah, the oh okay, the Birthing Bows.
Yeah, using that in my Reaper King deck.
So something big just hit. What the heck is that black thing?
Someone
Still
got
trying-
rid of the creatures or bounced them.
Still trying to figure out. That looked like the Hogak deck topped 8 last weekend.
Okay, he's
Maybe that is his 80
Jared
elemental
gives
thing.
him the GGs. Just can't punch through that many dead things not staying dead. Luke. Yeah.
one.
So it's not a Hogak deck. It's not Death Shadow. It's
That's good eye.
it's not Dredge. It's not Valaka. It's not Copycat. It's not Storm. Elves ad nauseum. It's not Living In.
You got a melee right there.
It's not Walks.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna.
Hit it with the battle.
Let's just do a search here. Oh, let me put the information into the. Good lord, where am I at? Oh, I'm back here. Okay.
Plus 0. That's 0 plus 0 strength.
We may have to get you a missile
Is
weapon.
that it?
A flamethrower.
I have
Dread can enter the battlefield. You cast from your hand, destroy all creatures your opponents can untap all. No, I don't think so.
Okay, because that had a similar artwork. I thought he got rid
Yeah.
of his creatures.
4.
And that's on.
Let's see here. Let's do a search.
Dead.
We're gonna go modern. We're gonna go Kyrian Feeder. And we go search. While we're looking for that, we're gonna see Mr. Jared Piper pick up his first loss of the year now. So he won one and he lost one tonight, thus leaving him in a 3-1-1. And then we do have Luke Morris.
in my photon.
Luke. I thought you were already here. Luke Morris picks up his first win. He is 1-2.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't have 0 strength.
Okay.
16.
Oh, there's a Rattata. Oh! I ran away.
Was it shiny?
Okay. Creatures, is it, are they really calling it toolbox?
Plus 2. So 4.
No. Oh, Rangers.
Well, that would have been plus 4 to hit, so it would have been 19.
Is
And it's at 1d6 plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Karen Feeder.
Does it look like he took 4 points?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Every once in a
it's
while we
not
get up with some
Dredge.
disgusting damage reduction.
Didn't get there yet.
Oh, he's not in.
He's not in. Remove one for a party of 4.
It's
Was
okay
it a,
because
I don't think it was a
at least I didn't
Stitcher
got him
supplier.
anywhere.
It looked more wild than that.
Not to trivialize it. Let's make it a little bit more exciting. Come on, guys. So, I said,
Oh, maybe it's just zombies. Here we go.
Alright.
No,
I figure
undead
the rest of the
dog.
party has this one handled. I'm going to go over here.
Wayward Servant.
What's the range on mine?
Crypt Break. Oh, it was Crypt Breaker.
Just says
Discard a
analog.
card, put a zombie onto the
What's the
battlefield.
range? Modif- what's
Tap
the
3.
range of a tactical semi-auto pistol.
oh, it's like 60.
Could have been a Diagraph Colossus too.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going
It
to
may have been a
make fool
Diagraph
of this
Colossus.
group with a trick
What did that
attack.
do?
Comes in with a +1/+1 counter for each zombie in your graveyard. Whenever you cast a zombie, put a 2/2 zombie onto the battlefield.
15.
Could have been a lot of things. Could have been a Lazotep Reaper.
I'm
Nah, I don't think it was a
plus
Lazotep
11
Reaper.
stealth. Furthermore, I have skill focus.
There's a lot of things it could
stealth,
be.
plus
I'm
4
just
stealth
spitballing
checks
at this
against
point.
crit
I have
checks.
no idea.
Sounds like plus 50.
Pretty sure it wasn't. Was it Mono
Today's game
Black
is played in
Aggro?
my ballpark.
Well,
All right, so the trick attack if you hit is an extra 1d4.
Yep, and he's flat-footed.
was it a
And
Plague
that's a medium,
Belcher?
That's a natural
No.
4. All right. Any modifiers on the
Yeah. It's that first
Oh well.
plus 4?
Oh, was a Plague Engineer?
I suppose an 8 is good flat-footed.
Okay.
8's not going to work.
Oh well.
Oh.
Okay.
The new guy. Okay.
What was that? Huh?
Urza versus my deck at the 2 undefeated.
You what?
You want Urza versus my deck at the 2 undefeated? Or
Sure.
you want something else?
Sure. Go right ahead.
It's up to you.
Sounds good. So it looks like we're climbing the ladder tonight and having King of the Hill. Yeah, haven't had a King of the Hill night in quite a while.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So as a plague engineer, okay. So yeah, that would be the reason why he was talking when he brought it down. He called druids to kill the. Okay.
Saying whatever he did, I knew it got rid of his stuff. So.
Thanks, Dakota. You're a real pal.
An unusual way to make a die.
Obadiah.
So no infect. Now we got. Okay.
Obadiah, that's me, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that. Okay. This was
Right, so.
Yeah, no.
Jared v. Luke.
Oh,
In Luke 1 and 2. And now we've got Luke versus the Urza, which is.
So we have both stamina and hit points. Sorry.
Drew Elwell.
Stamina points are the first points you're going to take damage against.
Okay.
They can be repaired or healed.
Alright.
10 minute rest and use
Let's get rid of that victory. He has not earned it yet.
points are directly against you.
Yet.
Those would
It is
require-
not Jared Piper.
Okay.
It
So
is
serums of healing
Drew.
or magical healing is
Oh,
only against
well.
hit points. That does not affect
And he's playing.
the idea what they try to
Urza.
do here is that
Major.
when you're in a fight, you have that
Minor.
adrenaline
Okay.
that can help absorb some initial damage. That's what
It's-
the
it's-
stamina points are for. And
I'm not going to give Urza that much credit. I mean, he's a beastly card, but he's still a dumb card.
yeah, sorry.
So, Urza Minor.
I'm glad you asked that question.
I don't know, he could have, like, land destruction or dwarves in the deck. You don't know. Urza may be a dwarf, except he's a human.
Well, you did start off digging out artifacts and whatnot, so.
That is true. That is true.
And spell it right? The name?
12.
That works.
That's 8 points. Okay.
So I'm thinking the Urza is a little inverted.
Oh.
All right, he's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sorry, I should have been more specific.
all staggered.
You try typing without fingers, okay?
The OR is probably more accurate also, but that's just a little bit,
Turn, so he's gonna try and
or at least more funny for the pun.
Right.
You know, who would expect bears in a blue?
People who play
13.
spectral bears, or no, illusionary bears.
That or Arcane Adaption, but
This is
if you would really want
nope. It was this one.
Because that was my ultra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this one attacking the.
Yeah. Because that's exactly at mine.
12. So then that's
You get 13.
no. I get a 12.
No.
Okay. 13 would hit.
Bear companions, blue.
That's good.
Take a step back.
Wait.
I know I will.
Are they not? Oh, it must just be bear. One singular bear.
Okay.
How? Oh, bearer of overwhelming truth. Okay.
No, there's
So that's a
no
blue
variation
bear.
of it.
It's phantasmal bear. That's a blue bear that
11.
used to be prevalent. Ninja Bear Delver.
No, you're thinking is whatever it says. In parentheses, right? Yeah.
4.
Barktooth Warbeard.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Good old Legends.
And he's
That looks too good.
definitely staggered.
There we go. There's your OG.
It's all those overcosted vanilla creatures.
But they were more than one color. Never before done.
Against him.
Okay.
Is that a 0?
Must be dice rolling these things.
Wow! That is a 0 IV Pikachu. I gotta see if mine's gonna be 0.
Staggered.
Wow! Wow!
This is kind of what they look like.
See, to me, that... Oh, mine ran away. He didn't even want to get caught. See, to me, that's more impressive than having 100. A 0. My God. All right.
Try it again.
Let's see who's gonna
Try and trick him.
win this one. They swap sides.
23.
That works.
Son of a biscuit.
Too bad there isn't a quick button
That's
to
a
switch.
9 plus
Well,
4
I can
is
swap the
13.
names. I want to make sure.
And it does 1d6 penetrating.
Plus the 1d4, right?
Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Good to know somebody's awake around here. Take 4.
4 on this one?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Why would you switch sides? Why would you do that to me? Me of all people. Me of all heads.
Ignore 1 point of hardness.
Doug was still out of stickers.
The light cannon. It says
Okay.
when I
Okay.
the gun that I'm firing at, it says it ignores 1 point of lightness, or 1 point of hardness. Is that an additional trait?
Oh.
Is that lowering their AC by 1?
No, it's not either. That's
Oh.
ignoring-
Mold of 5. Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
Doors have a hard.
Oh, hiccups.
Alright.
Oh. Mmm. So much hiccup. Okay. Now we got people on the right side playing the right decks. Must have been the right place, but it was at the wrong time.
Couple of interesting.
Snowland, that thing. Is that the
That's what we're
changeling?
here for. Gather up interesting things.
I don't know. I think it's the changeling. The 1/1 for 1. And we're going with a Stitcher's Supplier. I know that one. I saw that one.
He's supplying those black market stitches.
He is. You know, those stitches don't come cheap.
If you've gotten
You know, you got to go to the deep web for those, you know, where Ishkana lives and...
tactical point,
Alright.
Fortunately,
Munchkin
this doesn't count.
Warhammer.
Aware that those were spaces?
Now, is it Warhammer using Munchkin, or is it Munchkin cards with Warhammer characters?
Around there, this would be plates you'd be standing on.
Kind of like heat plates or something.
I can't read that.
Blood drains.
Steve Jackson
so
Games
you're
twice.
done.
Oh, so it's the cards.
There's nothing else here in this area for you to see, so you go back.
So it's a Munchkin set based on Warhammer. Now, is it goofy like Munchkin, or is it dumb like the Marvel Munchkin, which is like a serious reskin of the Munchkin game?
Now, just remember, for
We'll have to wait to see probably.
Eh.
you get to use it for this scenario.
Yeah, because
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sword of the Meek.
I'll write it down. Yeah, if you want to read it.
We're dealing with... Oh, it is... It's awesome. Oh my goodness.
And I can get you the stats on these if you want to. A tremor, lunar,
Knock down the door. Fight the monster. So, it's Goofy Warhammer. I like it!
tactical baton.
I like it. The card Drew played is the Astrolabe from Modern Horizons. Thank you, Dakota. I knew you would know because you know. Oh, he's playing Thopter Swordurza. Okay. And I hope you don't mind it when, you know, I'm absolutely gonna put the actually Halloween dice? Nice. I'm gonna give you the actual voice when you come in. It's like, actually, that was a plague engineer. Actually, the card Drew played is the Astrolabe from Horizons. And anybody who knows Dakota, you know, they'll tell you that's a spot-on impression.
Glitch. He could use
Magnemite.
Do you offer to help?
Sure.
Okay.
Yoink.
This takes no time. It's I'm sorry.
Okay, so we've got a couple Stitcher suppliers and
You're just helping them out.
something black.
We are assisting the local.
Okay.
Is a P.
Temporary loot when you got a Mark 1.
Is that a zombie token? No, that's got a lot of text. Nah. Okay. 14 life is what I see Drew at.
Then the first chamber when they were attacked.
Nope, 16 life is what I see Drew at. 17 life is where I see Luke.
She had a small group and that wasn't her primary purpose, so she backed out and
Saving that
departed.
for trade for King.
However, she is convinced that the underground part of the ruins is still
Let's see. And
you some data that her team has collected.
oh, that's the Thopter Foundry.
Thanks you very much.
So he has Thopter Sword assembled,
Onto their ship,
I believe.
onto their ship, and heads out.
So they have it successfully evacuated?
They have
So
successfully
close.
evacuated.
So,
That was one of our
Condition
objectives.
So close to followed up with another.
wow. Okay. So what happens here?
Let's hunt around in the.
No, it's not Thopter Assembly. It's Thopter Foundry.
Oh, I'm going to reload my tactical semi-auto pistol.
The Thopter Foundry is an artifact that, for generic mana, you sacrifice a non-token artifact to create a 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you gain a life.
I've been playing Boot Hill.
That
I've
couples
never had
with
occasion
the
to use, but all 12
Sword of the Meek.
rounds, no, right.
Sword of the
The action
Meek.
is overwhelming for that.
Now, Sword of the Meek is an artifact. It's not token. That says whenever a 1/1 creature comes into play under your control, you may return Sword of the Meek from the graveyard into play attached to that creature. So, for 1 generic mana, you sacrifice the Sword of the Meek, gain a life, put a 1/1 flying blue Thopter into play. That 1/1 came into play, Sword of the Meek returns from the graveyard attached to that Thopter. So, for as many mana you have, you can endlessly loop. You can sword that many times to create
One I gotta look up for you.
Thopters and gain life, and you just overflow your opponent.
And then with what Ashnod's Altar, you could be sacking those.
And with the altar, you can sack it. You can either kill him that turn with altar and mill them, because you have all that power of creature that you just sacked to mill. Or you pass turn and you have your army just sitting there to attack the next turn. But you gain the life and you gain a token for each time you've looped. Now, I don't know if he is at 7 or 27, because I don't think he has looped it yet. So I'm going to guess 7. Because Luke still has to turn sideways and attack, because most of his guys cannot block. Now, I believe that the Pithing Needle has come down on the Carrion Crawler, thus turning off the ability to just sacrifice creatures to make him bigger. And he's going to make 3 Thopters to gain 3 life. 1's on the sword, and 2 are just 1/1 flyers. So he has good blockers, and it doesn't matter what happens to him, because he's just going to sacrifice the sword to make more flyers. And on his upkeep, he's going to gain a life, because he has at least 3 artifacts, and he has the Inventor's Fair. It's a solid deck. I mean, it is good. I'm gonna say, so he's gonna block, and block. So we're all trading. Trigger. And takes 8. Wow, that's a...
But it's tactical. The spring loaded little tactical.
Switchblade is a switch baton.
It's a switch baton.
So no zombie at play. Gravecaller cannot come back. Oh, baby is right. Poltrox, I've missed you, buddy. truth be told, I haven't been around on Thursdays. Well, as you probably already know, I've been incredibly busy, or it's been a holiday, or whatever excuse I want to throw at the wall to see if it sticks. And next week I'm not going to be here either because it's Gen Con and I'm going to be in Indiana.
And the following week, you're going to be playing basketball because that's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I might.
Okay.
I mean, I can basketball as good as anybody else. Yeah, it's been super busy. Like the last. Oh my goodness,
That way it's not a concealed weapon.
that's crazy. But I mean, 14-hour work days is what happens when you have what 3 doctorates, 2 master's degrees, like an associate's in every available course, and you're a semi-pro, all American champion bowler.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And that partridge with the bear tree. You're probably like besties with Johnny, what is it, Joey Bonaducci.
My mom's kind of weird.
Or Danny Bonaducci. Yeah, that's it, Danny Bonaducci.
Kind of weird. Family get-togethers are really awkward.
My mom, brother, and
So, we've got 2 live on Upkeep. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You wouldn't bother yourself with any associate's degrees. Thank you for correcting me. I belittled you. My bad. It is good to see you, though. I have missed you, Poltrox. Have missed you quite a lot. So we got a Nihil Spellbomb. Seems really good against this deck.
And is that foil?
Probably. I mean, yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, to the qualifier.
I think Sword of the Meek was the first sword I ever owned of Magic.
Oh, yeah?
Then again, it's uncommon from that block that I was joined in on.
I think mine was the Zaylon sword.
You guys now travel to the rooms, I assume.
Was it Xylon?
Isn't that a Doctor Who enemy?
You've got directions from Kalyavada, so it takes you 2 hours to get there.
Search sword.
Just search sword. I know it starts with a Z. So I can go all the way down to the end.
Can we shorten the
The
travel time?
Z-E-L Yon sword.
You have to.
Target creature gets +2/+0 as long as it remains tapped.
And you're allowed to keep it tapped.
You may choose not to untap it. It's equipment before equipment.
Kalyavada
Yeah.
because you
I think I've got one of the Thrawn Armory or whatever in my Horde deck.
Now,
check in and take it to you.
are you eating pizza with chicken on it? Or are you like double fisting like a slice of pizza and a chicken wing?
It could always be worse.
Or
You get out to the site
do you have chicken wings with your pizza?
of the sand.
Or, ooh, double fisting. That's a man after my own heart.
And then he has to be drinking that Corona somehow. So is it through one of those funny straws or
No.
a beer helmet?
No, you're underestimating the power of Poltrox. He's double fisting pizza and chicken. He's got the Corona balanced on his knee, and he just lifts it up and
Okay.
no straw necessary. He can lift his leg up over his head and tip it down in. He is a man of every talent. What kind of crust do you like? I like pan pizza. I'm a sucker for pan pizza, but I also love Chicago deep dish because that's real pizza. I mean, that's all the pizza.
That's kind of what I.
I'm gonna guess that Luke won that one because Drew just didn't have nearly as much mana as he needed to get going there. So, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but I'm probably wrong. I'm usually wrong, but we'll see how it goes.
Then I'm also a fan of the deep dish, and not hugely crazy about pan in general for eating the actual crust.
Right. Thin crust isn't bad. There are some pizzas that I just adore thin crust.
And then, of course, there's some of the Domino's or whatever that's got the cheese
Right.
option. Or,
As far as thin crust, we got a lot of really good thin crust around here. We've got a locally owned place called Larry's Driftwood
Oh, yeah.
that makes really good thin crust pizza.
I passed by it. I haven't actually had.
Oh, It can be a bit pricey, but it's pretty good. I
It's
mean,
one of those things where I always thought it's like more of a share type of pizza than
yeah,
for yourself.
it's the only pizza that I will eat with hot sauce on it. For some reason, it brings out the flavor in that pizza. And Domino's, yeah, I like Domino's. So in Domino's thin crust, for me, I really like their Honolulu Hawaiian. I adore pineapple on my pizza. But yes, we also have a Monocles, and Monocles is awesome. That's the other thin crust I really like.
But it's one of those like thicker thin crust ones. Isn't it?
It's a meaty thin crust, but it's also crunchy still. So yeah, Monocles we got, Larry's Driftwood we got, Domino's we got.
Well, yeah, you know the chains really, but
Well, yeah, they're chains, but Monocles was a more regional chain, but
Just like you can.
I'm talking about
I didn't
the-
realize how out there they were until ours, like switched like signage and everything over to like the national chain information. It's kind of like the Dairy Queen in Pekin. It's you know, it was Dairy Queen, but it wasn't really Dairy Queen.
But then I also grew up in Chicago land area, so I got used to some of the chains there that aren't around here.
See, yeah, Monocles is a regional one because he doesn't have the Monocles down there.
You know, I'm used to like the Giordano's, the Gino's East.
Yeah.
There's a couple others along those lines. And
But yeah, I like thin crust on certain pizzas, but you know, when it comes to Domino's, like I said, the Honolulu Hawaiian is really good.
And then also for the more fast food is the Little Caesars back then, but that's
Right.
when they had better quality and whatnot.
If I could roll dice,
Kmart,
Just trying to help you.
Little Caesars and Kmart.
All right.
But we got a Whataburger. Hey, we got Whataburger. No, we got Smash Burger. We got Smash Burger. We got Five Guys.
So do we have Smash Burger anymore?
I thought we. Oh, it may have gone out. We have Five Guys though.
Yeah, we have Five Guys still.
Which-
But there was the Smash Burger up near
Yeah.
that one used game store or whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
then
We
it closed.
Yeah. We never got a Whataburger, and
And this was-
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but I've already gone on the pineapple pizza route. I think Five Guys is completely overrated.
Huh.
I mean, the only thing they got going for them is like if you like French fries, you order a small and it's like an extra large anywhere else. But
then I do like their fries.
yeah, their fries are really good.
And I was like, give or take, occasional time I do the burger.
Right. I just think that it's a completely overblown burger. It's like, oh my god, Five Guys is like, yep, that's a burger.
Fortunately, he didn't answer.
For me, I did like Five Guys Burger a bit more than Smash Burger, but still, I'd prefer other places.
Me and Dustin were always going to open up a specialty burger place, kind of like a smash burger, but we were to call it Kelly's Hole.
Okay.
It was going to be a subterranean, like you park in the front, you enter in the back, and it was all underground.
Okay.
We were going to call it Kelly's Hole, and it was going to be really good. But
Well, also, there's another fact with that Smash Burger that closed down around us.
right,
The used game store, they still had commercials on the radio and whatnot. That was always referencing that it's right next to the Smash Burger.
even
still-
after it
yeah.
closed, we
All right.
yeah,
I got a special ability of culture.
oh no, I had a thought. Now it's gone. Doesn't matter.
By 5.
When we would bowl in Vegas, we would always go to Gordon Ramsay's burger restaurant there. It was beyond godly. I bet. I mean,
By 5 from
y-
your
y-
college
y-
knowledge,
for him to put his name on it,
religious symbols, and
it's gotta be good. So many hiccups. Don't like them. Go away. Hiccups. Okay. Does Drew play first?
Well, what's the?
I gotta watch this first play to make sure I got whoever won last game.
Culture.
And it's gonna be.
Drain, right?
Oh, they're deciding on mulligans right now.
Culture.
Oh, it's so maddening.
We can find
Oh,
out.
resolving mulligan.
We're at the
That's
bottom
gonna
of the
go to the bottom.
Train only.
And
We know
just
nothing.
okay. Oh, Drew won game one. Holy crapola.
Not a chance.
Okay, bam. Let's go. Bam diggity, bam diggity. There we go. Woo! Got a ley line of the void starting off, so that's good.
And, you know, to go back to the pizza thing.
Yep.
I do not like pineapple on pizza, but not just because it's not just because it's pineapple on pizza. It's I do not like warm pineapple.
Oh, that's understandable. That's very understandable. I was treated to a local place. Dud took me to the Rail House earlier in the week, and I had never been. I tried one of their burgers. It was good. I mean, not oh my god good, but definitely would recommend. Good. Seems like good people.
So I know I hear about the Rail House from him from time to time.
Yeah.
I've never been there either.
Would almost be like looking at Neanderthals or Cro-Magnons.
At first I was thinking they were talking about the steakhouse or whatever. That's more, was that? It's actually not too far from here, I think, right? Alexander's.
Oh, Alexander's? Oh, God, I love Alexander's. No, Alexander's is nothing like the Rail House, and Rail House is nothing like Alexander's, but, oh, my God, Alexander's.
They both got their benefits.
Yeah, they really do. So near my great-grandmother's house, there was, like, this place called Rojo's. It was legit in a shed, like a snow cone shed. You know what I'm talking about, and you can only get it to go, and those burgers were so amazing. Yes, I do know what you're talking about with the snow cone sheds, because we used to have Snow Shack around here. I miss Snow Shack. There used to be like 3 locations in like the Pekin area, but then they're gone. And my favorite one that was at the end of Washington, which is close to where I live, it was in that building that was like a video rental store on one end, and then on the other side, you know, you had the Snow Shack, and then it all got renovated and it became a lawyer's office, and I think now it's still a lawyer's office, but it became like a chiropractor office, and now it's a lawyer's office. But that little building has gotten a lot of play. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with the Snow Shack. It's kind of like a mountain mud coffee hut too, so Drew's putting much more of a presence on the board this time. Luke's gonna have a little bit of a difficulty getting around that ley line of the void, but here's to hoping that we can pull out a rubber match and get in for game number 3 on round number 3, because I like magic. But yeah, next week I'm gonna be at Gen Con, so I won't be here to cast. So. I'm sorry, but if you still want to see Smiling Bob, or if you want to just watch some nonsensical nonsense, you should check out episode, was it 124? I think it was episode 124. My God, the games themselves are AJ versus Dakota and like exhibition matches, but. Whoo! I have not laughed any harder.
Yeah, it was 2 episodes prior to this one.
Yeah, so 124. Okay, so turn them sideways, and Drew, I think I'm getting too many beers deep, Bob. No, you're fine. They're not real beers. They're Corona.
Yeah, it's the Corona effect, right?
It is the Corona effect. I mean, that's like, it's like, no, you're fine. You know what? You know what's gonna soak it up? Eat another piece of chicken. Eat some more pizza. The pizza crust will soak up that beer out of your stomach, so you'll sober right up. I mean, that's physics, right?
Yeah.
Science. Science.
Liquid bread with real bread.
Right. Sibilance. Create a bread pudding of pizza and beer in your tummy tum. And there is an ensnaring bridge. That's what Drew was missing last game.
What movie is it?
What? Name that movie? It's Infinity War, obviously. It's like...
It's kind of scary.
Okay.
Return to Dust.
You all right?
That's the card, right?
I'm gonna open up with the old the big old cannon here,
Okay.
like reaction cannon. only got 6 shots on this before I got to reload. Alright, let's go just take it right the
Okay,
leads
seven.
there. That's a 1.
Welcome to my world.
And it goes almost like
Yeah, well, feels like I was gone for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So me and my friend went to a pre-release at 12 for M20. We got there, they were finished. They started at 7. Yes, because... Okay. M20 started a brand new availability. Local game stores were able to fire off the pre-release starting at 7. And our local game store fired it off at 9. But we think it's going to start at 7 next time because nobody showed up to play Friday Night Magic. We just palled around until 9 o'clock. But yeah, starting with M20, the pre-releases could have fired off at 7. I wish I would have gotten that information to you sooner because that makes me sad. Because I know that your LGS is 40 minutes away from you, and that's kind of a hike to go. But I mean, were you able to still buy into one and at least get the pre-release kit? Because there's some good cards in that set.
It looks like Drew is on the lower end right now.
Yeah, Drew is at 9, but he is hellbent. Nope, he has 1 card in hand. We've got
Looks like 18 for
18 for Luke. So we legit checked Wednesday and it said at 12 that night. They changed it and I got off work at 11, so I rushed there. Yeah, I bet. Now for them to change it after announcing when it's going to be, that's all on them. That's their bad. And I do apologize for that because that's uncalled for. You make sure you write your congressman and tell them about your LGS changing their times without changing their time information. You can start a White House petition. Send me the link and I'll sign it. Because you only got to get, 100,000 signatures? Is it 20,000 or 100,000? 100,000? But you get 100,000 signatures and the White House has to respond. Doesn't have to be a good response, but they do have to respond. They've been deleting them? Oh, I bet. I bet. But the worker there said he didn't even know until Thursday that they changed it. That's bup. That's bup. I'll complain for you. Post their address and I'll write a sternly worded letter. Dear local game store. Still bought a pack of. Yeah, I mean, good pack. Did you get anything good? What's the money card out of M20? It's the Ley Line of the Void is a big one. The black one or the white one? Please say the white one because it's a good one. The black. See, right? That's the money card. That's definitely a money card out of M20. So we've got Thopter Sword. Is that a Thopter Foundry? No, that's a Mind Stone, I think.
This looks very similar to it.
I believe that is the Mind Stone.
Don't even think about it. I don't want to be next to a great.
Yeah, that's a Mind Stone.
No, attack of opportunity.
So we've got a Tormund's Crypt. Oh, 2 Thopter Founders in the store. Okay, so we've got Thopter Sword online. Drew is at 11. Hopefully trying to stabilize. Looks like we lost the bridge. Nope. They are just stacked up over here. Ley Line of the Void and the bridge.
Okay.
Gonna pay 2 to shock in that land. Pass the turn. Luke just can't do anything as long as Drew keeps 1 or less cards in his hand, because all of Luke's stuff is 2 power. And even if you did have 1 powers, they're not getting through that wall of Thopters. And that's the other tactic is when you draw for turn, then you got a card in hand to let your 1/1 flyers just attack. And then you play the card to keep your hand at 0, so nothing can attack after that. I mean,
I take a step back.
this is the kind of deck that I play. This is my deck, except less black.
Yeah.
But
I personally don't really have a
4 plus
focus
15 is 19.
type
Right.
yet. Or I'm not sure ever, but
I
I'm
mean,
all over the place.
I played Lantern Control, and Lantern Control evolved into War Prison, and then there's this Urza Thopter Sword as a deck. I had Blue-White Thopter Sword for a little while, but Jeff is not having a good night. Did you get that natural 3 again?
Natural 1.
Ooh!
3-1
Wow.
in 2 hours.
Yeah, Jeff is known for rolling that natural 3 several times in a night.
I know someone else that has that similar problem. No, it doesn't matter the die.
Right. Just that natural 3.
It could be a D2.
Could be, and you still get a 3. Okay. Luke did take 4 in the air from the Thwopters.
Projectile on him.
They're called Thopters because they go thop, 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 thop.
Okay.
So what you're doing, what
I thought that was because that was Urza's middle name.
Or is that Thopter
Yeah. Something.
Sword? Yeah, my name's Urza. Urza Sword. Middle name Thopter.
But,
Destroying the ley line.
Ferocious amount of
Got the Assassin's Trophy.
Yep. Okay.
Assassin's Trophy just lets you destroy any target permanent. And then it gives your opponent, or it gives that permanent's controller,
My, two-minute, is it
a basic land. It does have to be something an opponent controls, though, so
to the
you can't you can't path your stuff to get a land, but you can't Assassin's Trophy your stuff to get a land, because that's just not how it works. Bobby boy, I've been thinking about becoming a college professor. Okay, I thought your skills would be used for the powers of good, but you know what you decide to do, I'll support you, because you know that's my thing. However you choose, you know, to live your life, you know, I absolutely approve of what you want to do. Maybe this is a decision not to be made when you're drunk on Corona, but
or drunk on chicken.
or drunk on chicken, or high on pizza. Eat their beers and drink their chickens. College is bad. No, I'm not saying college is bad.
28.
I'm just saying that your powers could be used for the betterment of mankind. You're always high on pizza. I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, Confucius say, men who stand on toilet is high on pot.
I'm rolling all ones also, Jeff.
Yep.
And Luke just could not get through the wall of death that was Drew Elwell. So, Drew picks up the win. Do I have Drew in the system yet? I don't think so. This is Drew's first match in 2019. Excuse me.
And ISAF.
Double check, double check, double check.
Well, at least as far as camera goes.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's all that matters. All right, Luke Morris picks up his third loss on the year. And, Drew Elwell. Welcome to 2019, Drew. You did pretty good last year. So, I'm sure if you get on camera any amount more, you'll do well in 2019 here. Yeah. But,
Well.
no, I'm not saying college is bad. College is good for a lot of people. So no, I'm not going down that route. I'm just letting you know that
Like I say.
I'm gonna stop right there. But so we had 3 matches. Really good stuff tonight. We had Jared take on Chris Mao. Was here Drew 1 and 2. We had King of the Hill and a new king every round. Because we had Jared versus Chris. Jared won. We had Jared versus Luke. Luke won.
SP down.
And we had Drew versus Luke. And Drew won. So, yeah, go play some games. I'll see you around, Poltrox. Just not next Thursday. Again, I'm going to be at Gen Con. But I will be back after that, and I'm always here on Tuesdays. So, yeah, King of the Hill style tonight. Seemed pretty good. No Snell to keep us honest. So we got to see some of the newer kids on the block. We got to see an Urza deck actually play well and win. We got to see this dead things not staying dead work out pretty well. And we got to see,
zombie waltzing without
yeah,
zombie waltz.
and we zombie waltz without zombie waltz. Unfortunately, Chris is Chris Mao, the Stalker Supreme. He just couldn't pull it out against against Jared. The infect was just too much. The CDC took him to town. So. 3 really good matches, 3 exceptionally good games. We only got 1 game 3 out of the entire match, but the other 2 were still really, really good. So, Ryan, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here tonight?
Well, folks, Pongify early and Pongify often.
That's it.
It's fantastic, fantastic advice. Always get your monkeys out as fast as possible. But I've been Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Bye-bye.